Just so I don't have to worry about it later. I won't have that looming over me. So we're gonna get Donkey Kong out here. Ouch. Can't even grab onto a thing. That's brilliant. Alright. I expect to go into post-commentary mode here. Here goes. Alright. Now it is time to delve into why the Donkey Kong arcade minigame is so infamous. So as you can see, this is playing out just like the arcade title. You gotta save Pauline by climbing up to the thing. We start at 25M, there are 4 levels. And in the interest of full disclosure, I am cheating slightly here. With the ability on the Wii U's Virtual Console to do a sort of save state thing in the form of restore points, I have effectively nullified all possible challenge that this little minigame could possibly have here. Basically, the reason I did that is because if I didn't, my confidence for this would be shot to hell, and instead of the 12 minutes in real time that it took, and the 8 minutes that you're seeing here, this would probably take me 45 minutes to an hour, and I really wanted to get Frantic Factory done in 2 hours. One of the reasons this is so difficult is because you start with no extra lives, as opposed to the actual arcade, where you started with 2 extra lives. So basically, you're not allowed to screw up in the first 3 of 4 levels here. Otherwise, you have to start all over. And starting all over means getting kicked back out to the level world, having to wait a little bit in order to actually be able to do your gorilla grab on the lever again. And then finally, you'll be able to actually get back into the game. It takes a good 30 seconds, at least, before you're able to try this again. Which is kind of irritating, to be honest. And it makes your defeats that much more crushing. You do get an extra life at 10,000 points, which means when you're doing this here, you will likely have a life in reserve after 3 levels. And right now I'm just using this hammer here in case that fire decides to come down here. Of course, it doesn't work out all the way there. But it worked out in the end. I was able to clear 100M, 100 meters. Scored 15,000 points. Alright, what name should I type in here? I'll type in half of a word. And that half of a word is CHE. I'll, let you have a guess as to what the second half of the word is. We'll find out momentarily. But for clearing that, you of course get a golden banana. Our first one has Donkey Kong in this world. Then Squawks is gonna be all like, for 2 coins, you can try Loop 2 for a special prize. I believe the 2 coins that you pay for this is a one-time fee. But that doesn't stop the fact that this is just plain difficult. So what we're gonna do here is Loop 2. And instead of saving Pauline, we have to save the Nintendo coin, yes. It just looks so silly. Alright. So level 1 here. This is Loop 2, so things are gonna go a little bit differently. You have to make sure to be ultra careful. If you know your patterns for 25M, this isn't particularly difficult. And the extra life that you get at 10,000 points, you will likely have it at the end of level 2, because your time bonus, instead of starting at 5,000 points and ticking down for Loop 1, it starts at 6,000 points and ticks down for Loop 2. And both of these levels, these first 2 levels, can be completed fairly quickly if you know what you're doing. And thus you'll get up to 10,000 points like I did here in time for 75M. Which I kind of made a little bit of a mistake in using my restore points. Yes, I fucked up cheating. And basically, yeah. Spot how I messed it up. Because I sure as shit edited that out. I've edited it down so that you see no mistakes. I believe these springs come along slightly faster in Loop 2 75M. So I used restore points at every level start except for here. This, the top of that ladder, I put a restore point there, just to be safe. That was the only non-level start, restart point I used. So, Loop 2 100M. Depending on how you do it, can be easier or harder than Loop 1's 100 meters. Or 100M, or whatever you want to call it. Just gonna get rid of that fire guy. And we'll just wait it out here to climb up and get rid of that rivet. I believe that's what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be rivets that are holding this thing together. And we're just gonna wait a little patiently here. Okay, kind of in a pickle here, but looks like we'll be okay because we're through! Down goes Donkey Kong for the second time. And now, instead of loving Pauline, we are loving a bit of metal. So the second half of the word was A-T-S. I figured it'd be fitting to have the names spell out cheats. For completing Loop 2, we get the Nintendo coin, and we shall now return you to your live commentary. Alright. I hope you'll understand. Anyway. Back to the game at hand. After the stimulus that was Donkey Kong Arcade. There is something for Chunky up there as well, so let's take care of that. Climb this here. And use another primate punch. Collect these coins and go into another bonus barrel.
Welcome to bonus
Stash Snatch. Collect all the coins, then head for the checkered flag. Except instead of a flag, it's a floor. Now you need not worry about getting caught by enemies here because the idea is not stealth. The idea is to go around the maze, get all the coins, and get to the exit. Pretty simple. I just need you to sit there and think about that. Think about my impending victory while I spin around like a pretty windmill. Actually, Chunky's running B maneuver is probably the most, probably the best out of the 5 because it's the most controllable. There we go. This should be Golden Banana number 2 for Chunky already in this world. Racking them up. Alright, those red bananas we'll get at a later time. For now, suppose I'll take Tiny here. Head to Banana Port 1. Actually, if I go this way, there are rather 2 banana bunches for Tiny down here. Stashed away in like a little alcove that's easy to miss. If I could just figure out where it is. Here we go. Ponytail Twirl is going to help. There we go. Get back up to where we were. Tons of stuff for Chunky there. We'll get to that later. There's bananas for Tiny here. And we open this little area up. This, I believe, leads to, yeah, this leads to testing. The second floor, I suppose, of this place. And that's Chunky's Kasplat for the level. We'll get that later. First things first, though, I'm going to keep Tiny here. And we're going to do a little bit of a mini-game, I suppose. Actually, no. Strike that. I want to get my, ammo upgrade first. So, take Chunky out here. Should have enough coins for both his weapon and the ammo upgrade. It's over here, isn't it? So here's Funky's. We'll go in. And oh yeah, I have plenty of coins as Chunky. So Chunky's weapon is the pineapple launcher. So now we have weapons for everybody. And for an additional 3 coins, you will get Ammo Belt 1 for all Kongs. So one-time fee, and increases maximum ammo to 100. Switch to Tiny here. Since we got a banana balloon to hit. I said to hit. My aiming is off tonight for some reason. There we go. And there's a bunch of bananas for Diddy here. Like, yeah, I don't think I have any as Diddy. Well, we can start working on them, because there's several around. Not in that direction, but in this direction. And leading to Funky's, there's a few more. I think 3 more. Sounds about right. So we go from 0 to 18. Cool. I keep getting turned around in here. I'm like, where's the goddamn tag barrel? Like, it's a really bad habit of mine. I guess I could do this while I'm here. So there's also regular bananas here. Whoa, hello. Oops. That's what happens when you fail a jump. You fall and kind of be sad. It's a sad, sad state of affairs. Drop off the ledge. To drop off a ledge, you just hit down and Z. Which is not immediately apparent, but it is a thing. Just make sure I'm not missing any more regular bananas. I shouldn't be. I think there may well be a bonus barrel up here. And there surely is.
Welcome to bonus day.
Peril Path Panic. Shoot the claptraps to clear the fairy's path. Press A to fire a melon, and shoot the melon to reload. This is fairly simple. And essentially when the claptraps decide to wake up, that's when you fire a melon toward them. That should do it. Victory. That one's pretty simple because you only need to save 6. There we go. First golden banana for Diddy. Now we're gonna go back to Tiny and do what I was originally gonna do, which was take the mini monkey for a spin. And away we go. Making pretty good progress on Tiny's regular bananas. And now we're going to play Shoot the Correct Target. So it's orange, then watermelon. That just barely hit it. Now it's a banana. Then a crystal coconut. Then a banana metal. And wait for that to come back around. That was too early. I did the bad thing. I played the bad game. Or rather, I played the game bad. This isn't necessarily a bad game, but this game does have its fair share of problems. Not the least of which is pacing. And there we go, another golden banana for Tiny. And that's 2. And that will cause a banana fairy to spawn near Funky's. Which means I'll have to go back to Funky's area in order to get it, but, you know, that's the price of me wanting to get my ammo belt. Just kind of have to wing it.
We'll get the Banana Fairy in a moment. First, we have a couple of things to still take care of in this room. Here's the Baboon Balloon, which will take us to this little minigame, Batty Barrel Bandits. It's like slot machines, only not rigged. Line up 4 bananas to win the jackpot. Press A to spin and stop the reels. And let me pull up my notepad, because I took notes. Okay. Yeah, this is just pretty dull, honestly. And this one's pretty easy because the reels will always spin at the same speed. Which is nice, I suppose. There's ones later on where each subsequent round the reels spin faster, 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 faster. Which is where I will more need my notes. Which is why I do a practice session, I suppose. And we'll just round out this area by getting Chunky's Kasplat. Because why not? And then I'll take Chunky back to Funky's to get the Banana Fairy. I am thinking that sounds a plan. There we go. And then just go completely through the blueprint. That's great. That's for Donkey Kong. Yeah, the weird thing about this level is that both of the Banana Fairies are in the same general area. There's the one by Funky's, and then the one not too far away on a pathway to something for Donkey Kong. Oops. I was a little too slow there. Too slow on the uptake. There we go. Now we'll get a refill on everything. Huzzah. And since there's a tag barrel right here, I might as well tag out to Donkey Kong. He has a little something to do. If we take the middle of these boxes and follow this trail of yellow bananas, you can clearly see that there is the second Banana Fairy of the level. Whoops. Ow. There we go. You can kind of get it caught in a spot that's like it shouldn't work, and yet it does. Kind of weird that way. But yeah, that already takes care of both of the Banana Fairies for the level. Don't have to worry about that. Alright. These coins here. And now for this little minigame thing. You can win this minigame really easily. All you have to do is know how to count to 16. Which I know is difficult for some people on the YouTube, but you know. The only thing that could really trip you up is 6 and 9. Just remember it is a blue 6 and a green 9. And you'll be golden. I really need to pick up the pace here. In my practice run, I finished this with 17 seconds to go, and looks like I'm not going to be anywhere near that for my, for the actual attempt, for the actual playthrough. If I could actually ground pound the thing, that would help. There we go. I think you can also go backwards from 16 to 1 and get the same result. Don't quote me on that, though. You know, citation needed and everything.